Hey everyone. Today I wanted to invite you in to a both calming and awakening breath practice. So some of you know me. My name is Kirsten Larson and I'm Wholeness Transformation Coach, and I integrate wholeness practices to help us heal our body, soul, and spirit. And one of the things that I have studied in great detail is functional breathing, healing breathing, and how it can actually help our body to heal, our mind to be more focused and present, and how God has really created us to breathe intentionally. And so I want to invite you into a simple practice so that you can experience a little bit about how this works and how this might shift and change your day. So, the first thing that we are going to do, I'm just going to explain it for a moment and then we'll do the practice. We're going to keep it nice and simple so you can see how you can integrate this into your day. We're going to practice 3 simple things. And when you are stressed or when you're tired, what's often happening is your body is working overtime. And so then it's starting to send reserves and help elsewhere. And so even if you need more energy, what you want to do first is actually calm down. And that can be hard because we're used to drink more coffee, drink more, if you're, into health like I am, I drink a big green smoothie. I try to, have some maca powder and, matcha powder and do all the fun things. But what your body really needs is first to downshift, because what that downshifting does shifts you into your parasympathetic state and allows your body to say, oh, I can now send all the reserves. I can start sending strength into the rest of the body because now we're no longer have to be on high alert. So the first thing we do is actually downshift. And you can do that in 30 to 60 seconds all throughout your day, and you will actually watch your energy levels increase and rise. So when you need more energy, remember first downshift. The second thing we're going to do in this one is we're going to shift our breathing pattern a little bit, because you want to shift the actual chemistry in your body to start getting a little bit more air. Now, that can mean different things. It doesn't mean deep breathing just yet. What you want to do is slow down your air and bring it deep inside, because that will actually help open up the passageways to release oxygen into more of your body. Your brain needs a lot of oxygen in order to function. And so what you need to do, though, is actually slow that breath down in order to begin causing that carbon dioxide to release oxygen into more of your body. So we slow the breath down, and that helps kind of open things up. It helps activate that parasympathetic breath. Your parasympathetic gets activated at the lower part of your lungs, so we got to bring it in nice and slow, real expansive, and releasing it. The second part we do is we just focus our mind on something simple. So I like to just utilize a simple practice of gratitude, just thankfulness. We know, biblically speaking, gratitude and thankfulness opens up the presence of God, Psalm 104. But it's also just a very healing practice. And so we want you to just kind of engage with that and think about one thing you're grateful for and begin to focus on that as you breathe. Allow that to just kind of feel that in your physical body. So we want to downshift and then focus on something. Gratitude can be very healing, but also very energizing. So we're kind of just connecting with that with our breath. And then we're going to actually end, after we've downshifted and gotten into a gratitude place, we're going to end with something called some short breath holds. So what we're going to do is we're going to exhale, hold the breath. You don't have to plug your nose, but I do encourage it. As you exhale and hold your nose, what begins to happen is nitric oxide builds up into the nasal passageway. And you also hold that carbon dioxide. And as it holds, it begins expanding that oxygen through your body. So if you're feeling fatigued or tired or having a hard time focusing, or maybe even your nose is plugged a little bit, you want to do this practice. It really helps increase your energy levels at a very calming rate and helps do that. So we hold our breath. You can hold it anywhere from 5 seconds to 60 seconds, or even more if you have that capacity. In this, we're going to just do it for about 15 seconds. If you get out of breath at that point, go ahead and release it. When you're practicing this on your own, I encourage you to hold it until you can really feel that changeover of the oxygen carbon dioxide. How do you know that? You can usually feel a little kind of grab for air. You're not trying to hold forever, but you're just trying to feel that kind of little grab for air. My body's like, oh, okay, I want that air now. That means it's kind of really expanded. Okay? So I hope that kind of clarifies what we're doing and why, can solidify the why behind it. So let's go ahead and jump on in. If you want to connect with your body, you can also just put one hand on your heart. And you're going to begin with some heart-focused breathing. So just use your mind to begin focusing on your heart and bringing your breath into your heart. This is connecting your mind and your heart, bringing that breath in and out through your heart. And just picture it like a wave, a gentle wave flowing in and out. This starts to bring your heart and mind into a state of coherence, into a peaceful rhythm, in and out, slowly bringing it in and out. As you do, simply begin slowing your breath down a little bit more. Nice and easy rhythm, in and out, in and out. Slowing it down. Should begin to feel your whole body downshifting. And now we're going to bring that breath a little bit slower and a little deeper. I want you to bring it all the way in, slowly bypassing the lungs, expanding the diaphragm, and slowly release it out your nose, slowly letting it out, slowly bringing it in, slowly releasing it, slowly bringing it in, slowly releasing it, downshifting, bringing in the peace of God, breathing out any tension or stress, or anything that doesn't serve you, bringing in His presence and focusing on it inside of you and releasing it out. Good. Bringing it in. And now as you're focusing on your breath, I want you to just think of one thing that you're grateful for. Just tune into it. Maybe even curl the lips of your mouth up a little into a slight smile that triggers chemicals in your brain and your body, that you're okay, that you're happy. Even if you don't feel it, you can trigger it in your body, bringing your breath in, gently releasing it out, focusing on that thing you're grateful for, and noticing those feelings of gratitude in your body. Bringing it in and letting that expand with every breath, releasing and expanding. Should be nice and downshifted now. Doesn't take much. Good. Now what we're going to do is I want you to take a nice strong inhale, 3 strong inhales. In and release out your mouth. And in and out your mouth. And in and out your mouth. And as you exhale, Slowly release it and hold. And we're going to hold for a few seconds. Okay, hold it. Really sense that sense of stillness as you're holding. Sense that feeling of your breath expanding. And we're going to inhale. Ready? Hold it and release. Get into a nice, comfortable nasal breathing for a moment. We're going to do that again. We're kind of waking up a little bit. God, we thank you for your presence and clarity. And we're working with our body. We're going to do 3 deep inhales again. Ready? Inhale and release out your mouth. Inhale and release out your mouth. Inhale and release out your mouth. And as you exhale, we're going to go into another holding the breath. As you're holding your breath, really sense that place of calm. There's a great stillness when we hold our breath. As you're holding, just picture that carbon dioxide opening up that oxygen through your whole body, releasing it, expanding it. If you need to inhale, go ahead. We're going to hold it a little longer, letting that nitric oxide build up in our nasal passageway. Very healing component. And then we're going to do an inhale. Hold for a second. Good. Now you should feel a calm and alert feeling. If you want to do one more round of those inhales and holds, feel free, enjoy. You can repeat this anytime through the day when you're noticing just that either that fatigue or my brain isn't focusing, or that feeling of, even if you're feeling a little bit of anxiety, doing that calming breath and then awakening breath is kind of allowing your body to shift into a parasympathetic healing state, allowing you to just become aware of the presence of God with you and allowing that shift in your whole system. And if you're interested in learning more, you can jump into my Breathing into Wholeness Breath Masterclass. You can check it out at wholelifefreedom.com/breathe or breath. Either way you spell it will get you there. And I'd love to see you on the inside. And I would just bless you and release you to step into greater levels of wholeness, body, soul, and spirit. And I will see you soon.